Hello everyone, this is Hoopster, and I'm back, kind of, sort of, in a way. I'm hoping to do some more videos soon, but this is just kind of me experimenting with something special. And we're doing a new show today, kind of, also, still, sort of, in a way. This might be a new show. I'm calling it Product Placement, where I'm basically going to talk about some hardware upgrades I will be looking into here in the near future. Uh, I'm just looking to get some new parts for my computer, and I figured I'd talk about it with you guys and tell you why I'm picking these pieces, and maybe give you some ideas for pieces you might want to pick up yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm pick up two new pieces of gear, which I'm really picking them up mostly just because I want two new pieces of gear, but also because I need to replace some broken stuff, and one of them is just kind of old. The first thing I'm picking up though is a new headset. The headset I have right now is the Logitech G35, which is exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a new Logitech G35 because the one I have right now is just kind of broken. It's sitting on my desk like a desk mic. But it's a good headset. It's broken, but it's broken because some bad luck happened. I've had the headset for over a year and a half before it even broke. And I've had it for half a year as like a desk mic still, so it's a good headset. I don't hate it. I mean, just because it broke is not a big deal. For me, a year and a half is a long time for a headset to actually work. So I'm actually really happy with this. And Logitech would have replaced this headset actually had I had the original receipt. I didn't know at the time. I didn't hang on to my receipt after a year and a half. You know, it's a long time. But I will be hanging on to my next one so that I can replace it if anything happens to it. That way I can have it for 3 years instead of just a year and a half. It's a really great headset. The sound quality is great. It's the most comfortable headset I've ever worn. I can wear this thing for hours and not have my ears hurt or my head hurt or anything like that. It is so comfortable. And the audio quality is good, the mic quality is good, it sounds great. I highly recommend Logitech G35s if you are looking for a new headset. But the other piece of hardware I'm looking to replace is the one that we're really kind of doing this video about, and it's my mouse. I'm currently using a mouse I've had for almost 3 years now. It's really old. And there's actually really nothing wrong with it. It's just a bit worn out and faded, and it's kind of got rough in some spots where it's worn a bit. So it's not super comfortable, but it's not bad. I mean, it's still a great mouse. I'm gonna end up hanging on to it after I get this new one, just so that I can have a backup. What I'm using right now is a Sentinel Zero G twin laser gaming mouse, which is made by Cool Masters. It runs about $100. I actually think I got it a lot cheaper because I got this particular mouse when I ordered my girlfriend's computer, and I just stole it from her and gave her my old one. But it's a really good mouse. The thing that I like about this particular mouse are it's got your standard three buttons: left, right, middle click, mouse wheel, whatever. Two thumb buttons, which aren't too bad. Programmable presets for mouse sensitivity. So if I'm switching between games that I need different mouse sensitivities for, like say I'm playing FPSs where I usually want like an 800 DPI versus like StarCraft where I can go with like a 3000 DPI. I can pre-program them. I usually don't because the thing also has preset toggleable mouse sensitivities where I can switch it from 800 all the way up to 5000 just by clicking these two buttons back and forth depending on how I want it. And it also has a little thumb rest that kind of hangs out from the side. You're going to see it on the picture here. That way my thumb doesn't drag against the mouse pad, which is great. I actually really hate when my thumb does that, and a lot of mouses just don't even take that into consideration. So I really love that particular part. The mouse wheel has a nice little rubber coating with the index cut into it, so it's really comfortable and easy to scroll. It's really easy to click all the buttons. Except for the thumb buttons. I don't know what it is about thumb buttons. I don't think when people thought about adding extra buttons to the mouse that they really hit it out of the ballpark when they're like, hey, let's use thumb buttons. For me, the thumb is one of the reinforced. It's one of the pieces you hold the mouse with. When you lift up your two fingers that are clicking the buttons, the thumb is the one that's kind of pushing it to the left or right, if you guess. Yeah, pushing it to the right or left if you're left-handed, I guess. So I don't know. Having the button there where you're also pushing, it always feels awkward to me. I always have trouble using thumb buttons properly. It takes me forever to get used to it. That being said, this thing it comes in. Oh yeah, it has 5 weights at the bottom of the mouse, which you can't see on the picture, but you can see the little latch. These weights are like 3 grams a piece, I think, and you can take them out to make the mouse lighter if you need to. I'm a big guy, so I got big hands, so it's easy for me to push this mouse around. So I haven't taken mine out, but I know a lot of people who have told me that they take advantage of stuff like this in the mouse. So, if that's something you're looking for, that's definitely something to consider. Like I said, I've had this mouse for 3 years, and the only real noticeable wear and tear at the top where the lights come out is kind of scuffed up and ugly looking. And it's a gray mouse, but it has faded to almost completely black anywhere that I keep my hand on for a long period of time, which is, like I said, I've got big hands, so it's pretty much the entire thing is black now. Other than that, there's really nothing wrong with this mouse. I could honestly not replace it. I just kind of do want something new. I'm just being cheesy because it's tax time and I can afford to buy new shit. But if you're looking for a new mouse yourself, I highly recommend this one. It's the Sentinel Zero G. It's a great mouse. But like I said, I'm looking for something new, and the two mouses I'm looking at right now that I haven't decided between are the Logitech G602 and the Razer Naga Hex. First, we're going to look at the Logitech G602. The pros of the G602 are that it's got 11 programmable keys, which I love more mouse buttons. I play a lot of different games, RPGs, MMOs, Dota likes, FPSs. You name it, I've probably played something from that genre. So I like having a lot of keys to work with, especially on my mouse, because the less I have to move my fingers off the arrow keys. Oh, not the arrow keys, but the ASDW keys to move around. The better off I am. It's got the G602 also has the thumb rest, which I really, like I said, I'm really happy about. I like my thumb not rubbing against the mouse pad all the time. And 2 of the keys are actually on the left click, next to the left click button, so I'd actually click them with my left index finger, which to me is a huge improvement over having them as thumb buttons. So that's really intriguing to me. The cons of this particular mouse are it's wireless, and I generally always avoid wireless maps on anything but a laptop. And the reason for that is battery life. I just don't want to have to worry about battery life. And 2, sometimes there are issues with the signal just not picking up. I don't think that's going to be an issue with a high-end mouse like this, but there's always a battery life issue. Look at me speak today. The battery life issue that I just don't want to be in the middle of a game and my battery goes dead. And I don't see if there's any sort of indicator for like battery life on the mouse, but it's something I'd consider. It's not a huge deal if my battery's more to go dead in the middle of a game. Hopefully I could switch out quick because like I said, I'm only hanging on to my old one anyways as a backup. But it's just something I don't really want to have to worry about. The other mouse I'm looking at is the Razer Naga Hex. The pros of it are that it's got 6 thumb buttons. Like I said, I don't really like thumb buttons, but these ones are positioned in a circle formation, and I think they'd be a lot more comfortable to push than the standard, like, really long ones that are right next to each other. The grip on it is also a good, nice rubber grip with the indentations, which is cool. It's coated, which, like I said, I prefer the coat over the batteries. And then Logitech is also a really, really regarded brand. It's definitely one of the high-end brands out there. But I don't want to discount Logitech because almost everything I have is Logitech. My keyboard, my headset. And the only thing I really don't have is my mouse. And I don't know if Logitech makes monitors, but I might be looking to a monitor soon. So, I don't know, that's something to consider. The cons are though, is it doesn't have the left mouse click buttons, which I talked about earlier. It doesn't have the thumb rest either. And this is the dumbest thing ever, but it doesn't come in blue. And everything else about my computer is blue. Even the neon light I have in the case is blue. So it's kind of a disappointment that my mouse will no longer match the rest of my set if I go with the Razer. But that's just a minor thing. That's just like, it's just a nitpick. I haven't decided which mouse I'm going to get yet. I'm still looking at all the stats and trying to make a decision. I'm waiting for my tax money to come in before I buy anything, even though I could afford it right now. I'm the type of person that I don't want to spend money until I know I have the money. But it'll probably be in by the end of next week. I'll have made my decision for sure. But if you guys have any input on either mouse, leave it in my comments or leave it on my Twitter, which is @MatthiasClan, which you should see on the screen here now. And when I do make my decision, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.